Hey guys, welcome back to Inside This Music Box. I'm Erin and I'm a music teacher in Sydney, Australia. This video today is for anyone who's looking into becoming a music teacher. Today I'm going to go through a couple of possible deal breakers if you're looking into becoming a music teacher, because whilst there are so many amazing things that come with being a music teacher, there are some definitely hard things and things you have to come to terms with if you're going to be one. With this video, I've got a list of questions for you to ask yourself to help you make that decision whether you think music education is the right path for you. First question is, are you okay with chaos and noise? A music classroom is supposed to be a loud, hectic space where kids can explore sound and create. That means you have to let go of the reins a bit so as to not stifle their creativity. Kids unfortunately will not learn resilience with their instrument, with composition, if everything is being directed by the teacher. Students need space to themselves or in a group setting where they can practice, where they can make mistakes and they can learn to overcome them themselves. They can also explore different techniques, discuss ideas, but it cannot all be teacher directed. If a music classroom is quiet 90% of the time, then the kids are not getting a full, rich musical experience in the classroom. Music needs to be played, it needs to be composed and listened to out loud. And of course there are exceptions, when kids are using headphones or they're working on computers with headphones. However, in general, a music classroom should be loud and that's perfectly okay. Alright, the next question is, are you confident and willing to play your instrument or sing in front of your students? For primary school, 100% you need to be able to sing in front of your kids. That's just my personal opinion, and I also enjoy using the Orff and Kodály approaches in the classroom for primary school, which both involve a lot of singing in order for kids to understand musical concepts more deeply. For high school teaching, I feel you definitely need to be willing to play your instrument in front of people and also be willing to either play piano or guitar on a pretty regular basis. I'm going to make a video soon about the skills I think most music teachers need to have, and I'll go into further detail in there. But being able to perform and get across ideas that you need for the purpose of the class, but also demonstrating to the kids and modelling what a confident performer looks like is really important, because especially teenagers often aren't very confident when they perform. If you're nervous in front of the class, then the kids will think there's a reason to be nervous when they perform. The next one is, do you have respect for and are willing to listen to all genres of music? All music has value, and you should be modelling that respect of all music to your students in class. In the music class, it shouldn't just be sticking to classical music or to jazz or whatever type of music you like. It should be spanning a lot of genres. It's really important for the students to know that no matter what music they listen to, whether it be hip hop, whether it be metal, whether it be like EDM, that you respect it and you see that it has value. And to take it a step further, if you use something that they already love in the classroom, they're already going to be buying into the lesson even more than usual. There's some really great research done by Ethan Hine, which I'll put in the description, where he discusses how the music students listen to at home is alien from what's in the classroom, and that prohibits the kids from being as engaged with what they're learning in class. And that's not to say that they should always look at the music they like, or you should spend the majority of your time looking at music that they really like. However, the more that our classroom can connect and respect the interests of our students, the more likely they are to buy into all of our classroom activities and any other music you explore in the classroom. The next question is, are you okay with never sitting down? Whether it be solo tasks or group tasks or performance or composition or listening, I am almost always moving around. And if I do ever sit down, it's for like less than 2 minutes. Moving around the class to make sure you know what kids need help, what kids need extension, and what kids also just need redirection so they can stay on task. Helping one kid play guitar, giving extension to a kid who's been playing the same thing back and forth really quickly over and over again. Telling a kid to get off his laptop. Most often, teenagers, and I guess primary school too, they don't want to ask for help. They also, in the same regard, don't want to ask for extension. They'll just be happy with sitting and doing something that's too easy for them because it's easy and they don't have to work as hard for it. Music classes often have such a wide range of abilities, whether it's kids who've been learning piano since they were 3 years old, or someone who's walked into your music class with absolutely no musical experience whatsoever. Every child deserves to have a rich musical experience in the classroom. It's so important that you're always moving around and checking that everyone has something that's at their ability level. Everyone's got something that can challenge them, but not be too difficult. The next one is super specific to music, and it is, are you willing to be involved in extracurricular/co-curricular music programs? Music teachers, I think more so than any other subject area in schools in New South Wales, at least in my experience, are required and are heavily involved in the extracurricular programs. Almost every school has multiple music ensembles. They're almost always run by a music teacher, not an external person. And a lot in the public system, they're not given any extra compensation or RFF, which is a relief from face-to-face teaching, in order to compensate them for the time that they spend organising and running and preparing for that ensemble. Depending on the school, of course, you might get compensation or RFF. Fortunately, in my school, I do get compensation for being involved in the co-curricular program, but it's certainly not the case with every school. There are also school productions like musicals, which are a huge commitment, and also for assemblies or other school functions, the music teacher might be asked to find kids to do a musical item, which is also another assumed responsibility that music teachers take on. The next one is, are you willing to be constantly growing your skills in technology? Not only will it be necessary and expected that you can set up audio equipment for any school performances, but there's an abundance of incredible music technology resources out there, whether it be software or apps or websites, and being willing to engage with these technologies and learn how to use as many as you can is essential in remaining up to date, relevant, and engaging with students' love for technology. And my last one is, are you patient and flexible? This is something that all teachers must be, and it's definitely prevalent in music. Many musical activities require quite a high degree of trial and error, and that can't be rushed, or otherwise you're going to stifle creativity or suggest to a student that they are not capable of doing music. Whether it's learning a new instrument or writing a song or experimenting with new repertoire, it requires students to be persistent, to be diligent, and quite introspective. As a teacher, you need to be willing to give your students space to do this. I guess to sum it all up, as a music teacher, you need to be willing to let go of the reins a little bit and let students have that self-directed learning in order for them to grow. You need to have an open mind, to be really respectful of what the kids love, and to be a lifelong learner and really keep pushing yourself to be a better teacher, to be more informed, more proficient, and more engaging, of course. Music is such an engaging subject, and we have the advantage of students already loving music in general when they come into the classroom. Hardly any students don't listen to music outside of school, and we've already got a little bit of student buy-in with that. However, it is our responsibility to ensure that they have a lifelong love of music and want to explore and create well past when we finish teaching them. It's an amazing job to have, and I absolutely love it, and it is 100% worth all the extra effort and time that is required into being a music teacher. I really hope you like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.